Hi guys, it's Emily. I'm here for Happy October for a different. I uploaded a video just a couple of days ago, a normal kind of floss tube video. I just got in from work and I was a little bit, oh my goodness, I got through 6 shifts at my work, and they're not. I'm just trying to get some sort of, whoa, now I've gone into a weird sepia world. I'm obviously in a slightly different place right now. I'm in my corner of the living room, which we've probably not seen before. Mini Autumn's Promise is up there. Look at the empty wall. Observe the empty wall for all my cross stitch finishes, which I have not fully finished. The problem with this room, you can clearly see it is so gloomy. There is a beautiful Tiffany lamp shade, an upside downy lampshade, that casts no light into the room. It's so gloomy. You're currently held on to my old stitchy lamp that was in my old bedroom at my old house, and I'm trying to, that's worse. Let's see if I can even get some. That's just made my forehead really shiny. Okay, there's no light here. Oh God, do I need to go through to the conservatory? I thought I could do this here because I didn't really want to go through because it's cold in there. I'm decamping to the conservatory. I'm going to move all the stuff I've got out to show you, and I'm going to go through, and I'll see you in, well, 2 seconds. Well, it turns out it's not a great deal lighter in here, but at least it's not sinister. Anyway, so the reason for this video today is it's the 1st of October, and I was not planning on doing anything in October at all except get through it, which is how this year has gone for me so far. And I was sitting with my cup of coffee this morning, between taking Flora to the train to go to school and Maddie to the bus because she catches the bus, 2 buses up to my parents today because it's Tuesday and Tuesday's her day. And I was watching Crafty Gaming Jamie, who I catch when she comes up on my reel. And there she was, and she was like, it was something like October plans and a change of, she's changed up the number of stitches she wants to do to reach a goal. She seems very goal orientated to do this many stitches on this piece this year, which I'm going to try and do next year. Next year I am 100% doing Whip Go, just because I'd like to actually say I want to do 3,000 stitches in this piece. I want to do 4,000 stitches in this piece. I want to get this piece to 25%, something like that. You know, so I'm actually going to think about it carefully and do a proper Whip Go. I'm undecided yet whether I'm going to have a full coverage Whip Go board and a non-full coverage Whip Go board. We'll wait and see how things come out. Anyway, that's Whip Go. So Crafty Gaming Jamie had the Tiny Decisions thing, and I think quite a few people are doing it for October. And in a 2-second flat nanosecond, I decided, yes, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do like a daily blog and then splice it together so that you've got, when I upload a video every 5-6 days, whenever I've got enough of a video done. So you're going to get a little bit of every day of this month from me in a preparation, because of course I do Flossmas. If you're new to me and have subscribed to me, this year's Flossmas will be my 4th, I think. I did 2020, 21, 22, 23. This will be my 5th Flossmas. So I do Flossmas, I do video every day, and you get a giveaway. Last year, every other day worked perfectly for me. I got them all out into the post. It was brilliant. I managed it. So I have just ordered, anyone who's ordered, I'm jumping a million miles. Let me get myself settled down and then I'll talk about what I've come to talk about. But I've now got 50,000 things running through my brain, which is, you know, how it is. I ran out of these yesterday, so my 3 most recent Etsy orders, I've found one this morning. My 3 most recent Etsy orders will be posted tomorrow, because my new pack, 100 of these, I only ordered these 2 months ago, and that's 100 gone. Quite a few of those are Needle Mind with the Month clubs, because we get through them. But But to get 5% off the pack of these, I ordered A5 post boxes. Now in the UK, anything that fits in a 25mm 1-inch slot goes as a large letter, regardless of what it is. So I can send a packet, which is why when I quote postage, I can send to Australia for £4.20, something this size, but not flat. We get 1 inch. So I've ordered boxes that make up, I have actually got some down there, but they're brown. I've ordered purple ones, and they're going to be my Flossmas boxes. So however many boxes I've ordered, I can't remember how many's in the pack, will be my Flossmas packs, because I do a pack that goes along with Flossmas, and that basically stumps my Christmas. And I've done it for quite a few years now, and it's kind of fun. I was genuinely thinking about putting together an Advent box, but I don't quite think I'm there this year to do that. And that would be needle minders. You know the things I make. Needle minders, scissor fobs, something hand painted from Lizzie, possibly a little pattern and some threads and finishing kit to make an ornament or something. So that's something I've got in mind to do, but not this year. It's already October. It's something I need to be thinking about in July. But I was thinking about it in July, but this year's been, like last year, like the year before, a bit crazy. October. And breathe. Have a slug of coffee. You know, you don't realise how much talking you've got in you until you sit down and start talking. It's very strange. Yeah, so the Tiny Decisions wheels, I've never used them before. And I think I've got 31 days in October, because today's the 1st, and I've got 31 projects that I very hastily pulled from my box, and from the box there, and from up there, and from the things I've already got out, and found 31. So I've decided that if I can do 31 days of Tiny Decisions wheels, I will gift myself a new start on this piece of fabric that I got from Lakeside Needlecrafts Fabric of the Month Club, which is called Elemental. It is sparkly. It's 36 count. It's the fabric I love the most. My granite is this, and quite a few of them. It's Lugana, it's printed, it's fabric flare basically, isn't it? So it's printed. So I'm going to put on this the Christmas Barbara Anna from quite a few years ago. It's 9 little pictures, and I've nearly bought it so many times. If I can do 31 days, stitch on 31, well, 35-ish projects, but 31 off my wheel, I will give myself a Christmas start, but I can start in November, because I really want to stitch that, and I found that piece of fabric. It means I can use 1 strand of DMC and it'll be perfect. So there's that. So there's my incentive. A new start that I'd have probably started anyway, but hey ho. Right, so I downloaded the Tiny Decisions wheel app and started filling it immediately, and then I realised that some of the projects were huge and some of the projects were small. So I've made 2 wheels, and I've called them Big Stitch Days and Small Stitch Days. Now, like today, I'm working, I'm on a late, so I'm on 2:10, so I leave here at 1 o'clock. It's now 9 o'clock, so I've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. I've got 4 hours now. Take off an hour for faffing around, getting ready, having my shower. Apologies for yesterday's hair. I've not yet. I really like to go in the shower and go to work. That's my, so if I'm on a late, I won't shower when I get up. I'll shower when I go, before I go to work. So anyway, that's totally not important here. So today is going to be a short stitch day, because when I've faffed around, I was halfway through finishing off a pile of needle minders to go with the bags I'm making, the full fabric log cabin from my upcycled quilt topper, my blue and white log cabin. So I'm making blue and white needle minders that will go with the bags. The first 6 of those are in process, so hopefully very shortly they will be ready and done. They will come with a needle minder and a scissor fob, so it's my little gang of things will come together. So I've made some matching needle minders, and I'm just like putting a border on them, finishing them off. And that's why I was watching some floss tube, and then I was just like, bing, I'm going to do that. So I thought, well, I may as well do a video and tell you about it, and then in 5 or 6 days I'll post my 5 or 6 clips, and that's how I'm going to try and run this. I'm going to leave my setup on the table. I'm going to get grumbled at for having my my brightly coloured drawers, which are full of Needle Minder of the Month bits and pieces, but that's what lives on the coffee table. That is the perfect height for me here in my now very dull and ordinary garden. I think for next year I'm going to paint these panels, probably teal or blue, whatever I can get away with. It's probably going to be grey, and then we're going to have I'm going to get some hanging planters to go along, because this is fairly boring. There's the one that blew down in the storm that the next door neighbours replaced, which was nice. But he wasn't quite sure whether it was his fence or their fence, and then while we were, oh no it was, Richard got the new panel. Yes, Richard got the panel. So because it fell down, and then there was a bit of hoo-ha, whose is the panel? Yes, he got the panel. They walked it back from B&Q, which is like tiny Home Depot, which is literally, it probably only took 10 minutes to walk back with the panel, because it wasn't going in his car because it's huge. Anyway, long story short, I've just realised now that we're drab and autumny how yucky the fence looks. Anyway, I'm going to do something about that in the spring. I'm making lots of decisions today. So, long stitch days and short stitch days. Tomorrow, I'm off. Tomorrow will be a long stitch day, so I will spin from my long stitch day wheel, and then the day after that I'm on an early, so that will be a short stitch day. So there's more short stitch pattern, there's more short stitch pieces than there are long stitch pieces. If I run out of, if it turns out I'm doing loads more of my short days, then, and I get to the end of the month and I've got 4 days left and I've got 4 long pieces left, I'm just going to spin them and do my best. Okay, so the things we're not counting, obviously, treasure hunt bookshelf, which yesterday I got 2.9. I'm 700 stitches off my goal. So this is only the 2nd month in, I think, 28 or 29 months. I think I'm going to 29%. Honestly, I can't remember. It's at 0.9 anyway, so I'm 700 stitches short, which is fine. I put 1,000 stitches into this yesterday. I was off yesterday. This is not included. This is an ongoing. I will stitch on this a little bit every day if I can, as and when. He's not counted, because that's my until it's finished, it's my forever piece. And when it's finished, we'll pick one of the others. And also my little Halloween googly goblins, which are now here. I've finished a couple of colours on this guy here, and I started the cat. I started the cat while I was in Cockermouth and only had black with me, and finished all the black on this guy, so I started on his feet, and I've left enough room to put them both, to sort them both out. I'm sure I'll fix it. This fabric's actually purple. It is not showing true at all. It's showing blue and it's purple. Never mind. They are not included. I will just sit down and get on with these so that they are done to be, this one will be going to Lizzie, this one will be posted down to Lizzie, and then Flora's, and then Maddie's also going here, and I'll get them done for Halloween. Lizzie's obviously has to be done first because I'll have to post hers down to her. She started her course, her proper university course, yesterday. And I think the comment she sent me was, oh, well, I wish I was doing maths, in a totally sarcastic, thank God it's not maths, because she was looking at doing some sort of finance at university, and it would have been hateful for her. She is an artist, so she is happy. And she started her course 2 weeks after I drop her off. So she had a week to settle in. She's had Freshers Week, survived, and she's now buckling down to doing her course. So those are my exceptions. So I'm just going to quickly show the pieces I've picked for my long stitch days. Now these are days when I'm going to have more than an hour or two, hopefully, to stitch. So I should be able to get some good progress. And I'm going to, when I pick it, I'll show it. And when the next day, when I come on to tell you what I managed to get done and pick the next days, I'll show it again. So we should have quite a few whips this month touched. It's just about touching the whips, really. So, oh, the first two on the pile are exactly the same colour. So, long stitch days, I've got my Sycamore Gap, which I have been working on. There is a needle dangling from it. It's still even in a Q-snap. This Q-snap will be used immediately for whatever spins today. Yeah, no, I've got a Q-snap on that one. So I've already got a Q-snap ready for my long stitch days and my short stitch days. So this is going to be coming out and this is going in the pile. So I've got my Bothy Threads kit, Sycamore Gap. I've got my Haid, which has not been touched this year, of the Peekaboo Sea Beacon. She is currently there. This is just a full eyeball, basically. It's the side of her face. You can see the top of her hair and her parting there. And big 939 blocks here. So if I'm only feeling like, and I'm tired and I just want to plonk in some stitches, this is all one colour and this is all one colour. So, or I can pick a colour and I can do something down here. So I've got the Haid Peekaboo Sea Beacon, and as I spin these and they come up, I'll give you the more details of who it's by, what it's on, that sort of thing. But I'm just showing you right now so this doesn't end up being 2 hours long. I've got my new pattern, this year's new start, one of my starts from this year, of the, I don't know which way up it is, possibly that way up, of the Dragon's Eye, on this rather lurid piece of fabric that I dyed. So I think it might be that way up. If I've orientated it wrong, when I pull it to show and I show you the picture of it, I'll make sure it's right. So that's got a little bit of work on it. It will fill this big piece of opalescent craziness. It won't fill it, it's square. The craziest bit of the fact, there we go. That actually looks much better because the very bright bit is off the side there. So anyway, that's going to be on there. So he's gone back on the pile. So a few more stitches this year, which is good. This is the only one that's not full coverage. I have put Pandemic in. Oh, there's some thread. I've put Pandemic in long stitch days. Pandemic's currently there. You can barely see it. Yeah, having a lot of issues with the floss fading, because I do work in a bright conservatory. Basically within an hour of this floss being exposed to light, all the purple is gone from it, which, you know, the idea was to do it lace, so it's green on green. There, you can see there where it's green, that's where my original bit of stitching has bleached right out. My later bit of stitching has still got the purple in it. So I either have to put this in the gloom in the living room, which is fine because that's probably where it will end up framed, and then it'll slowly go to invisibility. Not that it's ever going to get finished anytime soon. It's literally at like 11% or something stupid. I'll put all the details up. So Pandemic's in the long stitch days. Then, haven't worked on it this year. How it's October. The Key. My gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Key. My enormous Haid. There's his little head. Oh, the light's so bad you can't even see him. Which is the dragon on the Key. Kirsten Mills, 14 count. Need to put some stitching into him. And I'm not going to set myself up for a fall. I'm not going to set myself a goal. Oh my God, I need to wash my hair. Sorry, I can see how dreadful it is. Very needy hair. It wants washing every single day. Yes, please, thank you. I'll be washed every day. Or I'll look like I'm going to start dripping grease on everybody. It's very annoying. Anyway, yeah, I really need to put some stitches in. And I'm not going to set myself goals. I'm just going to say today I'm going to stitch on this. And if I get a good 4 hours and get 1,000 stitches, brilliant. If I get an hour and a half and there's 300, 400 stitches in it, brilliant. That's progress. Not touched it for several years. Still folded up from the whip parade. Meditation. I really need to just put some 310 into this. But it will get a long stitch day. Not stitched on this year at all. The Amazing Animal bookshelf. Oh my goodness, that's not right. that's not what it's called. But Amy Stewart, absolutely love it. Really, really, really want to put some stitches into this. I went great guns, got tons done, and then it hasn't been touched for probably 2 years, because that's how I roll, isn't it? To be honest, my treasure hunt bookshelf completely took over. That's just a standard size. It's max colour, but it's standard size. Then I've got my Tiddly Nutcracker, which is Artisy, and I started this at Christmas. Was it my New Year start? I think it was my New Year start. Anyway, it was either Christmas or New Year. So there, he's coming out for 1 day's play. Probably will then stay out through Christmas period, but it's coming out, long stitch day. Then we've got an Awful Chinese Kit. Where's the other one? I haven't seen it for ages. Somewhere around. My Merida one, which, yeah, can't even tell. Can't even see what it is. It's Merida shooting an arrow, and her skirt is got some of the things, the wisps and the bears. Anyway, I could do with putting some stitches in this. And again, this one I can either choose to do, it's 939 again. Gosh, we love a load of 939, don't we? Yeah, it is, it's 939. We can either do a ton of 939, or I can pick out colours and put in some colours. Entirely, however it falls, however I'm feeling. I've done about that much. And I will try and keep track of my number of stitches, just to keep track. What is this? Oh my God, I know what this is. This is the tablecloth that is the Better to See You with, which I've talked about such a lot and done exactly nothing on. Oh my God, there's exactly nothing done on this. This is so pathetic. Right, here it is. That's it. That's all there is of a, oh, it was so frightening, 500,000 stitch piece. Well, now I'm treasure hunt bookshelfing, doing 720,000 stitches. This doesn't feel so bad to me. Except it kind of was, because it kind of went wrong and then I've lost the pattern. So this is going to be an exercise in counting. I am literally going to count, stitch and count, down and across, because I want to stitch Little Red Riding Hood. And obviously this is a piece of no longer, the lines really do come out, guys. This was this. This was that. And it got washed. And go back to 2021 if you want to find out what happened to this. Yeah, I messed up. I drew on it with a marker pen. Not a marker pen, but a Bic Inktense pen. Don't do that. If you've got fragile mental health, don't draw on fabric with pens that may or may not wash out, ever, and then stitch, and then have 100,000 white stitches to put on top of your dark purple lines, because that way horrific anxiety lies, and you end up putting it in the washing machine at 60 degrees. So I've told you the story anyway. Yeah, careful with that one. And then Oh, I've got Ariel out for another day. My gorgeous, gorgeous Mandy Manzano. Oh my God, what is on this piece? Mandy Manzano Ariel. This year I just found this corner. This is on 16 count, so she's quite sizable. Most of the rest of it is just her tail and the sea. She will fit this piece quite. You can see my margin. I measured it quite carefully. There's as much at the bottom. It's quite big, and I've not done very much of her. So she's getting another day. And I figure by the end of this, I'll know what I really want to keep out and stitch on. And then my last long stitch day piece is not been touched for. Look how creased it is. Many, many years. I want to say 3 World of Books, which is got a tiny, tiddly, 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 tiny little start. 1 full page done, 1 page part done. There, that's it. Stitched on 18 count, a very nasty Aida with 2 strands of the kit fabric. Oh my God, the stitches are awful. Okay, so we get a lot better at cross stitch as we go on because these stitches are awful. Oh, I think we're going to, when this is eventually finished, I think this one's going up the stairs where no one can see it very closely. Because you know what? I don't know why I've even got an end sticking out there. That must have caught itself and come through. Actually, the second half stitches are not that bad. That first page is terrible. But because it's probably equivalent to CXC thread on Hobbycraft Aida, definitely not Zweigart, it's hard going. It's hard going. Yes, I could probably restart it. I wonder if I could find a PDF of the pattern. I'm going to do some investigation on this. The fact that it's on that shiny poster paper, the pattern is on shiny poster paper, it's incredibly difficult to read. You have to use a Sharpie pen to mark it off, which means I probably can't restart it and redo the page I've already stitched because it has been marked off with, I think, a black Sharpie pen. Right, I'm going to do some investigation into the World of Books. It's going to spin tomorrow, isn't it? And I'll have to do it fast. We'll see. Okay, long stitch days. And then short stitch days. Long video for no reason at all. There's no reason to have a video on this now. Okay, Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I will possibly keep this out and stitch on it more because I do want my block done. Block doesn't have to be done in October, but it will get a full quick short day on it. There we go, he's there. Then I've got, I've counted the butterfly as a day and the bee as a day. I've not counted the dragonfly because I don't know where the dragonfly is. Whichever one spins first, I will finish to 50% the dragonfly and then do the other, then do the day stitch. The spider is on, and the wasp is on. I think he's that way up actually. So, and I'm, again, if I can get it to 50%, that's my goal. I've actually got a goal on those because I've already sort of started. They were already in my rotation. So if I get him to 50%, I'll treasure hunt bookshelf for the rest of the day, or I'll Hawk Run Hollow or something. But I'm not going to keep stitching. I'm not going to go, right, okay, I've got this one to 50%. I've still got 3 hours of good stitching time unexpectedly today. I'm going to keep going. I will change up my project because those have got a goal. I have put in my Modern Folk Embroidery Salve 2021, for which this year I stitched January, February, March. I stitched May. So I'm going to just start on April or June. I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm going to do a day and just do a little bit of one or the other of them. I'm not going to go down, I'm going to go across. So he's in, because why not? Equally, why not? My Celtic Lady's in. Partly because I love her and I want to stitch on her all the time. So there's my Celtic Lady. There's my Celtic Lady on another piece of my outrageously ridiculous fabric, which is actually showing quite mild. It's a little bit brighter than it's looking. So she's there, and I'll either do a bit of dress, or I might do her hands, or I might do a bit of border. When she gets picked, we'll see what we do. I put in my Flossmas start, which has not been touched since Flossmas, of the Renato Parolin 4 Seasons trees, of which I started the winter tree. I will probably continue with the winter tree for one day and see how we go. So this will have had a grand total of 2 days work. Actually 3, because I did do a little bit more, didn't I? There is so much cat hair on this, I'm going to have to take tape to it, like a lint roller. I tend to just put sellotape around my hand and do that rather than lint roll, but there is so much. You can't see how much fur there is on this piece. Somebody has been actively sweeping on it. Oops. And this is basically Flossmas last year revisited, actually, because here is Night Walk Down. They're all the pieces I only stitch on once a year, really. So maybe, no, it's not. I'm not doing the same for Flossmas this year. This year's Flossmas is already sorted. That's the doorbell. That's Flora's package arrived. She was hoping it would arrive yesterday, but she'll be really pleased it's here. Right, what was I yapping on about? Night Walk Down. And I moved everything off my lap. Right, yes. Gets worked on about once a year. We'll see how we manage. We managed one day in Flossmas night. It was the day we were down, day before we picked up Maddie. I remember very clearly stitching in a Travel Lodge, Premier Inn actually. On this, I did some of her dress, which rather stupidly I've picked the exact same colour as the fabric to stitch it in. But hey ho, it's absolutely fine. This is a glorious Technicolor version using old silks and hand-dyed cottons belonging to my grandmother. So yeah, I never seem to pull it to work on it, but you know what, it needs a bit of work on it. So there we go. Similar vein, oh my god, I'm going to put this in the overlocker because it's in a terrible state. Hold please. Right, with beautifully serged edges, that's very much better. Oh my god, there's still bits coming off the caught in the serging there. That was in a terrible, terrible state. Very much better now. I've got my Renato Parolin, I've been needing to do that for about 3 years. That's the joy of my mum, relocating her overlocker to me. 1996 she bought that, and it's wonderful. There we go. This is just a forever project, isn't it? I never seem to make any bloody progress on it. So out it's coming. One day I will probably, I think for sure, pick up the border here and try and maybe get the border matched, because that's what I did last year. I think I did one day on this. I think I did that, maybe these, maybe not, a leg, and then I just did some border. So even if I can match the border to the same, you know, take it along to the fold line here, that would be an amazing amount of progress. I doubt I'll get that much done on it. It's a short stitch day project, but we will see. I'm just realising that I'm going to have to charge up my tablet, because my phone that I record on is the phone with the tiny decisions wheel on it. So now I'm wondering where my tablet is, because I've never got it. It's always missing in action. I'll sort that out for tomorrow, because obviously I want to show you my spinning my wheel. Didn't think this through. I should have maybe put the app on my old phone. I'll maybe do that. I'll maybe charge up my old phone and put the app on there. That's what I might do. Anyway, Renato Parolin is there. Then we've got, oh crikey, there are quite a few of these. Then I've got my 4 Seasons girls, this is the same fabric. This is a piece of that granite that's Lakeside Needlecraft. So I've got the Spring Lady that I did quite a lot on because I started her. But over here, I've got my Winter Lady, my Winter Girl. There's coffee on all of this. I'm going to have to wash it when it's done. And she really needs a bit of finishing off. She's not too far off, so I will work on her. It's down as Winter Girl, I think. So she needs a bit of attention. I started her last winter? Winter before, maybe. Crikey. Then I've got this, which I have not touched for a very long time. Seen only in whip parades, probably for the last 2 years. I've got Peaceful Street, which I bought the same time as World of Books. This is being done on the full kit fabric. So it is 14 count with 3 ghastly strands of... No, I'm not doing 3 ghastly strands because I'm me. Am I? Oh my God, look how long, how old this is. Look how fuzzy the thread is because it's just been sitting getting fuzzed. Let's see if I can even split this up. It does look like 3. Oh my God, it is. It's 3. Right, it's 3 strands. So it is thick. It is very, very thick work. But I think it's probably about 40% done. There's this bit of park in the middle and then there's a couple of houses the other side. I just need to freaking get on with this, really. It's one that would just look really pretty framed on the wall. It really would look super pretty. And I love all the colours in it, and it's so easy. Why am I not bloody getting on with any of these? Why am I sitting on the same 12 things all the time? Right, one day to my Shannon Christine. Doesn't matter which ones I stitch. I was going to do one for this pattern and one for that pattern, but it's one day's work. I'll maybe get 1, I'll maybe get 2 done off the winter stamps and Christmas stamps. I'm just stitching them where they fall on the fabric. I'll turn these into tiny little ornaments for my tree. Maybe not even pillows, maybe just like tiny, tiny, tiny flat-backed pieces. So I'll have a day, hopefully get 1 more full done, maybe get 1.5. We'll see how we get on. And I'm going to devote 1 day of October to What the Cat Saw and see if I can bloody well finish it. Possibly not, but I'll have a go. I'm just going to put something I can watch on the telly as opposed to a podcast that I listen to and just blooming well get on with it and see if I can see if I can really try and get this done. Got my thread, that's all I need. Let's have a go. Not seen, other than Whip Parade, Dilemma, Long Dog Sampler. Again with the granite, 36 count, 1 strand of silk. Never stitch on it. I never stitch on it. It's a paper pattern. I have got the PDF, but I'm changing everything. So paper pattern it is. I never stitch on it. I'm stupid. And everything's better with a little bit of magic. An Emma Congdon Halloween piece. Gives me motion sickness even looking at it. You know when you eat something when you're pregnant and you forever associate it with morning sickness? This, I was on the train and I hadn't quite got my eye in and it was the rickety bit, just this first bit of train, and it was rickety and I felt sick. So this kind of turns my stomach. But not because I don't love it, because I do love it, but I need to put some stitches into it this year, don't I? It's Halloween, it's October, so I did pull it out. I'd already vetoed it when I pulled out Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I went, no, no, no. Then I've got a day into Happily Ever After. I can't tell you which way up this goes until I open Pattern Keeper on another piece of my psychedelically dyed, but beautiful. This one is beautiful fabric, and it's going to be greys and whites, and then any little heart or anything like that will probably be 814, maybe that beautiful dark magenta colour, just, or a silk that I've got that is very similar, something like that. So day into that will be lovely. I also badly oh my goodness, I just realised one of my enormous magnets is on this. That is so coming off and going on a needle minder. That is one of the big bigs. Not many of them get a magnet that size on them. It's when they're quite deep through and you need a really good magnet on the back. That's being wasted on this, especially as this is a pattern keeper, so it doesn't even really need that's not a pretty needle minder. That is 2 magnets and a cabochon. That's all that is. That's not even a pretty, oh, I love it, I'm having it on my work needle minder. Like my favourite stamp of the cats and the chimney pots. The cat and the dove and the chimney pots is one of my favourite stamps of all time. I love it. Absolutely love that. There's a date on that stamp. Can't quite read it. Anyway, bye. That's gone in back into that's gone onto the pile that will be turned in, put on the back of a needle minder. Okay, oh my god, it's had an accident with something. I'm going to have to try and get that off. It's got a stain just there. I've obviously sploshed something unusual on that because it doesn't look like coffee. This is on a beautiful piece of Bee Stitch Me 40 count Aegean. That was given to me. The new normal. And we'll work on it somewhere. I know where the threads are, so that's good. Some of these I will have to do a bit of hunting about, but I need to find all this stuff. And then last but very much not least, everyone's favourite, including mine. Not that we have favourites. Pointed fifth. I'm going to unfold it because, God, why not? My pointed fifth, which is the most heavenly joy. It really is. I think I'm at 50% or just over. And yeah, we love it. Absolutely love it. Think possibly, because I'm putting 1 day into it, I'm going to get my 823 étoile and maybe fill in one of these. Maybe fill in an arch. I think that's what my brain is immediately telling me to do, is to fill in an arch rather than pull out colour. And that's it. 31 projects, 31 days. And right now I can't show you spin. So I'm going to fix that right now. I'm not going to fix that right now. I'm going to spin right now, take a screenshot and put it up here and then talk about it. I'll be 2 seconds. Right, I'm really pleased. There's my answer for today. I will fix this so I can do the spin. Or maybe not. Maybe I will just do it and take a screenshot and put it up here for you. So today I'm working on the bee, which is amazing because that's already in my ongoing whip pile. So today I will get this one to 50% if it's not already, the dragonfly. And then I will, I'm immediately looking for the box of threads, which is not far away, I know it's not. And the bee, which is here. And these are all from, I bought them as a pack. I think there's 8 in the pack. You can buy them individually from Etsy. And I believe I'm going to put it up on the bottom of the black here. I believe it is X Cross Stitch Patterns X. But as I said before, if you put in the search on Etsy, cross stitch spider or cross stitch wasp, they will come up. It will come up almost immediately because there's not that many cross stitch wasps out there. But as I say, you can buy them individually. You can buy them as a pack. If you want them, put them in your basket, but don't check out. And then within an hour or two, it automatically sends you a discount because she's obviously set her shop I've noticed quite a lot of the Etsy shops do this now. Certainly the PDF pattern Etsy shops do it. If you put something in your basket, within a few hours, Etsy sends you oh, you've got 35% off. It gives you a coupon for that piece in your basket. So check out then. So I'm not saying don't pay full price for them because they're not expensive, but I tend to put things in my basket and hum and ha, and then I'll get a notification from Etsy, and it's happened 3 or 4 times now. So I think it's like an automatic thing. So if you don't check out straight away, you know, if it's left this many hours in someone's basket, they automatically generate a coupon to try and prompt you to buy it. And normally I'm just working it out anyway, whether I really need it or, you know. So anyway, there's that. Most people who buy patterns from Etsy have probably figured it out as well, but there we go. So I'm going to take my Q-snap off here and I'm going to go and sit down. It's 20 to 10. I need to start sorting myself out at 12. So I've got 2.5 hours to do some stitching and finish off the needle minders and the scissor fob dingle dangles that I'm currently making, which I stopped to come and make an hour-long video for reasons unknown. And I will record tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and then I will see you in maybe 5 days. So what should we do? Should we go for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 36 videos in October? I'll see if I can collect up 5 clips and then I'll see you in 5 clips. Okay? We'll see how we get on. So today I'm going to work, we're going to get to 50% on the dragonfly. I'm putting the dragonfly in my Q-snap because I genuinely don't think I'm at 50%. If I am, I'm going to be very pleased and I will immediately move the Q-snap down to the B. But for right now, I've put the dragonfly in. Right guys, I will see you in 5 days with 5 days worth of clips. And obviously you're going to go here, oh, I've been to work, it was this, it was that, this has happened, that's happened. So you'll get a bit of life as well, because when you vlog, you don't just shut. I can't. I'm hopeless. You know me. I just talk incessantly. So I've only got one bit of text to insert into this, and I can get this processed and posted. So I will see you in 5 days. Anyone else jumping on this for October? Let me know. I've seen quite a few FlosTubers do it. I don't know, and if it's called something, and I don't know what it's called, only I think Sarah the Stitching Mommy's doing it, and Crafty Gaming Jamie is doing it too, and I figure some other people are as well. If it's called something, let me know, because I've just watched a couple of FlosTubes and gone, yes, I'm going to do that, but I don't know what it's called. Anyway, I'll see you in 5 days. Bye for now.